Hello again everyone, Chris here, product designer at Crua, and in typical Irish fashion, after a few days of really difficult wind and rain, we're met with absolutely gorgeous sunshine. It's one of the big benefits of living in Ireland and making tents is that we can test them to their maximum capabilities. So we've had a few questions on our last video, and one of them came in from SEAL Team Phil, and it was around the Crua Lodge. We haven't forgotten about the lodge. We've set up the lodge here with a reflective fly sheet on, which is perfect for this weather. And one of the questions that we got was about the Crua Lodge's durability and its strength. So we actually know people who live in these tents all year round, and we can really attest to the tent's durability. They're incredibly strong. We make them with the absolute highest grade materials we can find, and as I spoke about in other videos, we do a lot of testing on the air quality within the tent, the particle readings, the oxygen levels, the CO2 levels. So the tents are made to the highest standard possible. So to just give a bit of a run around for the inside of the lodge, you can see it has a premium carpet. These come as standard. They insulate on the ground, but they also give a lovely plush homely feel to it. One of the questions that we got was the amount of space inside here and how much can you store. You can see there's quite a large amount of space. We have this vestibule on the outside, which is really useful for, you know, if you had a couple of bikes or something you wanted to keep kind of in storage just outside the living area of the tent. And then when you come in, you've the living area on the inside. So as I say, this lovely carpeted feel. The reflective fly sheet is on now, so we're not getting as much light in, but you can still get quite a bit with these two doors. And on the doors, they can close fully from the outside, but you also get a bug mesh door, which means, you know, none of them critters can get in. There's also this really nice side awning just above your door on the right hand side, so you can step out and stand underneath it. But probably the most interesting or impressive elements of the Crua Lodge is the thermal insulation, and with this thermal insulation, it's temperature regulating and climate controlled. So on days like today where it's warm, you're nice and cool inside here, especially paired with the fly sheet. It's lovely and cool inside in the colour. But when the temperatures get a little bit colder and it's winter time, you're lovely and snug and warm. So we cater for all 4 seasons, and it works really well for any type of environment. You've multiple options of ventilation and airflow. We would always recommend having at least 2 open and having them open across the way from each other, so you get that nice cross ventilation. But you've several options here, lower, higher, at the back. They all correspond with an opening vent on the outside, and you can see that you have this lovely plush interior. It's absolutely perfect for any time of year, and at Crua we take a different approach to outdoor gear, and we have a completely different philosophy. Some tent manufacturers start with the outside of the tent. We take the exact opposite, and we start on the inside, and we start from the very core element of sleep, and how best can we create that perfect sleeping environment inside in your tent. And we do that with these temperature regulating materials and the climate controlled ability of the colour. We do a lot of work on materials technology. We have research partners in the university close by to here, and we're continuously developing and iterating on our materials technology. In addition to that, we also iterate on the products. So as I said previously, why this product is up is because every time we do a production run, we take out one of the tents, we set it up, we test it, we sleep in it, we put it through its paces, we do all of the air testing just to make sure that it meets our high standards. Not only that, but we also take some of the feedback on board that we get from you, the customers, so people who might already own a lodge or a try or a cottage or any Crua tent. We take that on board and we apply it here. So if anybody has questions or anybody has feedback about these tents or any tent in the Crua range, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll do our absolute best to get back to it. Again, thanks for the question specifically on the Crua Lodge. I hope it answers it on the durability and the strength. Just before I finish up, because it does, I just remembered there was one more element to that question, and it's about carrying the lodge. So you'll see from our setup video, the lodge comes in 3 bags, 2 large bags, one for the inner tent, one for the outer tent, and one smaller bag for the poles. So carrying them by one person, you would catch it by its strap, and it's on wheels. So obviously the bag is empty, but you could very easily wheel it along, and that's one of the nice elements of the lodge, that if you did have to take it and it was just one person, you could wheel it and then come back for the second bag and wheel that again. So again, as I say, any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Any feedback on these tents or any other tents, comment below, and until next time, we'll see you later.